Neato.
All right, so as I was saying, get over here for a moment.
Ah, yes, of course, of course.
He'll kind of look you up and down, almost like he's not really impressed about what he sees. But then he'll check his notes and he will say, you appear to be one of the applicants. What is your name again? I must make sure that my notes are correct.
Koki is Koke Sube Oroko.
Let me see. Is that spelt with two K's?
1K.
1K.
Wait, give a name or family name.
I'll just stick with the first one. I was probably correct the first time anyway.
Oh.
Very well, the Lord will be
All
with
right.
you soon. We are to await the others so that my Lord does not wish to have to repeat himself more than one time. So please go inside and wait by the fountain. The others will be along shortly, no doubt, if they are to stay on schedule. Go on, then. Open
Excellent.
the gates.
Thank you, and you are beautiful.
What? Okay, the doors will open. And you will be led inside. Now, there are guards here, but they're not important enough for tokens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go ahead and stroll on in. Check out the map. Look at that. Wow. Whoa.
Oh, that was just the gate.
Yeah, that's the gate that you walked in.
What lovely scenery unfolds before me.
How often can we break the fourth wall if we just have a question? Or like once we're in, and not until the DVD commentary is over.
Oh no, you can ask a question at any time if you wish.
Oh yes, so the movement on this map, like with just D&D in general, he could just move as far as he wants.
You're a brand new player. Allow me to explain. D&D does not have the confines of like video games and stuff. If you want to go somewhere, simply go there, and I will tell you what happens. Generally speaking, depending on the DM, there's different levels of layering that they have available. I have this entire continent prepared for you, so if you want to go randomly walk off somewhere and do something, you can. Now, there is a purpose for you being here, and there is a story to be told, but that doesn't mean that you have to be in this area. If you want to investigate something, do something, you just do it.
Got it. Okay, so it's not like he's got to roll 12 and he gets to move 12 spaces.
No. He just moves.
Okay, awesome.
The only time that kind of stuff matters is in combat, which is when time enforces the kind of movement that you can take. But generally speaking, if there's no combat, he just kind of walks around and does what he wants.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Koki's just gonna kind of meander in the garden. He's approaching whatever this is in the map.
Make me an investigation check, and let me tell you how to do that. So go ahead and go to your token, click it, and then go to where it says skill on that macro list. It says skill check. You see that?
Okay. Yeah, macros.
On your selected window. Scroll down.
On the selected window. Spells, combat base. Here we go. Skill check. There we go.
Click that, and then a drop-down box will pop up, and you
Go
select
for investigation, and I do not have advantage.
Boom. Now let me explain how this roll works. The number on the left is your total. The number on the right is what you rolled on the d20. With a 9, as you walk up to this sort of overgrown gazebo, you can see that in this overgrowth there appears to be an unkempt instrument, a large gong.
Smack
it. Smack it. I guess I take I get as probably I try to get as close as I can to it. Is this cut off at all in any place, or is it like a barrier or anything?
Nope. You get closer, and as you get closer, you can see that the gong seems to have some intricate designs. Make me an Arcana check now.
Took me a little while to get used to this. Arcana. There we go. 14.
14. Your knowledge of magic tells you that the symbols inscribed into the sort of the outlayer of the gong are definitely that of a specific school. You suspect conjuration. However, you also know that it is written in Phantasmal, which is the language of the yokai, which are the spirits that roam the realm of Glaeus. And while
I can't read it.
And while you are investigating this strange gong, a new destiny darkens the road. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, Tyrion and Anand? Am I saying that right?
Yes, Anand.
Anand. Alright,
Yes.
Ezekiel, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character, please.
Well met. My name is Tyrion Nand. I'm a Sharkai elf who has taken the oath of the Timekeepers. I follow Raquel, and basically I make sure that time and all of its rules and laws are followed.
Sick.
Stand pretty tall, 6'5" or 195 centimeters for those of you who use that. Ashen skin, white dreadlocks coming off of the top of the head. And carries a giant hammer with a hourglass in it. It
Nice.
appears.
As you stand quite towering above most of the people around here, true to his profession, the strange gecko creature in front of you sort of looks at you, squints, and perhaps with a bit more, shall we say, disrespect than the others. You there, Westerner!
Yes?
Come here. Let me get a better look at you.
Very well.
Okay, there you go. You can look at you. He knows how to walk. As you come strolling up to the gecko, he will kind of squint at you and look down at his scroll. This seems correct. What is your name? That I might check my records.
Tiri Anand.
Tyrion Anand. Westerner.
Shall I spell it for you?
No need. He'll just kind of scribble angrily on the page. Let's see. Yes, you are here. Very good. My lord intends to address each of you when you have all arrived. So please enter the gate behind me. And of course, meander around the fountain, wherever it is that you wish to. Do not go further than that into the grounds of the estate. And if you have any Western magics, keep them to yourself.
Understood. Very much. I will await. Am I the first to arrive?
No, you are not.
Damn it. I like to be the first to arrive. Oh well. I shall see you later, I suppose.
Go on then, off you go.
Good day.
All right, as you walk through the main gates of the estate, the guards there will greet you, and as you enter the stone-stepped path, you will see your travels through the land of Glaeus have been briefer than most, having only just arrived through the port of Alexandria. The land of Glaeus is a sweeping testament to not only the verdant allure of vegetation and life, for your homeland, Elda Sharkai, is a place of desolate wastes and struggle. The people here, however, are not soft from the fat of the land. They are quite the opposite. Constantly fueled by the need for power and ambition, there is an uneasy peace between the northern and southern kingdoms and the clans therein that make them up. As you enter the estate, you will see...
I stop and take in the visuals and the smells, take a deep breath in to experience the flowers and the grass and all of that. And I'm sorry, continue.
Oh no, I was just going to tell you that you see a gecko standing over here by this gong, and you also see that the path leads up towards a greater gate to the inner sanctum of the estate.
Okay. Have we all accepted like a call separately so we don't know each other, right?
You do not know each other, but you are
Okay.
here to answer the call of this retired daimyo.
Gotcha. Okay. Would I notice that the geckoi is different looking than like the staff or whatever?
That depends on, I guess, your own outlook. The gecko.
Okay.
That depends. Do you think they all look the same or not? It certainly has a sort of It certainly has I suppose it would be fair to say, as a cleric, they what god do you serve, if any?
I serve TikTok.
No. I know you serve Raquel, but
oh, okay.
What about you, Koki?
Oh, Crowley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one stands out. That's a cleric, and you can tell that from the outward appearance, even though their holy symbol is hidden.
I'm guessing Crowley is not like someone I would get along with.
Well, Crowley is one of the Black Pantheon, one of the dark gods. Now, you follow Raquel, who is of the Blue Pantheon, who is more about she's the patron saint of gnomes. So unless somebody was doing some messed up stuff to gnomes or time or anything like that, you probably wouldn't care as much. But Crowley is, after all, a dark god for a reason. So,
Okay.
A wizened person might keep a watchful gaze. Rhythmbot, I swear to God.
Well, then I walk over to the geckoid.
Go ahead.
I assume I'm sorry to bother you.
Greetings, friend.
Judging by your attire, you have answered the same call as I have. Would I be correct in assuming that?
I kind of sigh a little bit and say, yes, Koki has accepted the call of a god.
Oh, I meant in a smaller scope. Why you're here in this place?
Oh, I thought we were still on that.
That's awesome. That was awesome.
Well. Oh.
Why are we here? I don't know. Why are any of us here, man? Yeah. No, I meant, why are you here? Oh, that's classic.
Yes, I am answering the. I gotta remember to speak in the third person. Koki is here answering the call of duty of the daimyo.
Ah, you're here to serve Lord Goda, then.
That is correct. Yes. And may I ask? May I ask this? May I ask? Man, speaking in third person is hard. Like I'm trying to avoid pronouns at all costs on this character. May I ask a friend's name?
Of course. My name is Tiri Anand. And yours?
Koki is Koki Subeuroko.
I will do my level best to remember that. Is there a shorter name that you might be easier to coming off the tongue?
Koki simply goes by Koki, if preferred.
Ah, I like it. Koki it is. Well met. Pleasure to meet you.
Koki's pleased to... Let me get your name one more time.
Tiri. You can just call me Tiri.
Koki is pleased to meet Tiri as well.
Look at that.
Is there like a bench or something like where we're at?
Yeah, you could sit on the dais here. There's steps leading up to that.
That's what I'll do. I'll go grab one of those purple or red flowers or whatever, the leaves, whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll feel it, smell it, enjoy it.
Nice.
I guess.
Meandering in the garden, I see. Excellent. While the two of you chill out in front of the Gong gazebo, a new destiny darkens the road. Nailed it. That timing is... I love that. Okay, here we go. It drives chat crazy. It drives chat crazy. All right, and here we go. Ooh. Here we go. The next destiny to darken the path is a hooded figure that approaches the strange geckoi at the gate. All right, Ko, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
I am Ko Carnage, and this is Ral Sazesh. He is relatively disattached from most of the things going on around him. He thinks inwardly frequently, doesn't really pay too much attention to what's going on around him unless he has to, and constantly seems to be kind of talking to himself. He doesn't really talk about what's going on too much, but he does stay relatively focused, and he does like to keep moving forward as much as he can.
You there! Come here a moment.
Kind of nod and look at him and grunt a little bit.
Make sure you have ownership. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Name, please.
Ral Sazesh.
Now, let me see here. Rousesh. Ah, yes. Oh, I see. Very well. Very well. It seems that you're on the list, good sir. Please do be careful that your predicament doesn't get out of hand.
Ral Sazesh squints his eyes and lowers his head a little bit.
Open the gates! Alright, you can go ahead and go in now. Alright.
I have a fourth wall question.
Yes.
It seems like the geckoid hated Tiri, but did not hate Ral Sazesh. I mean, maybe to the common eye, they both look human-esque. Was there a reason why he hated the towering man and not the smaller man?
Well, to answer that question, there's a lot of cultural things happening here. It would seem that the geckoi recognizes Ral for what he is, and knows that he is of his continent. It isn't so much so that this is like an enforced thing that everybody shares, but there is quite a bit of rampant fear and distrust for those from the West, for those in the East, because only recently, within the past about 50, 60, 70 years or so, has there been a heavy Western presence, meaning people from the western continent of Calcatesh that have come to the land of Glaeus. And the recent construction, well, semi-recent construction of the port city of Alexandria has seen an influx of those from the West. Now, some have embraced these newcomers, but others are very xenophobic and do not trust them. It depends on what clan that you're from. It would seem that the geckoi did not trust Tiri because he is a Westerner. Which is actually even more incorrect, because technically Tiri is not even from Calcatesh, he's from Eldashar Kai, but that guy doesn't know that because he's a little nerd that lives on this continent.
Okay, so we should all hate Tiri then, is what I'm saying. Okay, got it.
Well, not necessarily. No.
Now, come on here, let's...
But anyway, please continue, Ral.
So one thing for my my player friends here, Ral Sazesh wears a cloak with larger arms, and he tends to hold his arms in front of him with the two sleeves connecting, and he tries to keep those sleeves together. It is very clear if you look at him straight on that his arms do not look natural in their curve. They're more kind of like a U than it would be like two arms with an elbow. But it looks, you can tell he is definitely not flaunting his situation, if you follow me.
All right.
Gotcha.
As you enter the estate, the guard kind of give you a sort of respectful nod. And what you see, Ral, is that the path continues upwards and towards the north, where you can see that there is the greater gate. You also see two individuals that seem quite out of place, kind of seated here in front of this gong. Make me an Arcana check as you look upon the gong. with a 13, you recognize that gong for what it is. These
A gong
are
of gong duration.
no, they are specifically they are a special set of gongs that were made by a master yokai smith known as Ollivander, which is believed that the gongs are connected to one another, and that the ringing of them can allow one to travel from one to the other. However, such a thing is only possible if one has the knowledge of where another gong is and can learn the words that are inscribed upon it.
So noticing this, Raul Sazesh kind of walks up to the gong. He sees the other two kind of, chatting with each other and talking to each other. Without paying much attention, he kind of goes around the top side and kind of thoughtfully looks at the gong's side.
All right. As you begin to take a closer look at the inscription, you're able to read the words, for they are written in Phantasmal, which is a language that you possess. You move your hands and fingers across the inscription, and it seems that it states lavender as its marking.
So I kind of say the word out loud softly, and then turn to the two people there, and they can see that my arms part a little bit, but then without any real arm movement, my hood kind of pulls back from my head.
I'm just watching this happen.
Koki, would I need to make some kind of check in order to notice that he sort of like read, or read the gong?
Well, considering that he was touching them with his quotations fingers, it seems that, and he did whisper something under his breath, so it seems that he was able to read it. Yes, you would also recognize him at this point, because it is nearly impossible to actually to hide it, especially from those that are natural to this continent. He is a yozai, and therefore would be able to speak the language written and inscribed on this gong. Okay, you know what? Rhythm bot, at all I can take your shit. Okay? God, I don't know what it is. It just randomly doesn't work sometimes. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to link you guys the songs, and you can listen to them at your own pace. And then I'll play them for chat, and then we're all going to be happy. I'll turn this car around.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rhythm bot, you're in timeout.
Anyway, please continue.
Koki kind of looks up at Ral, and says, "Friend can read inscription?"
Ral kind of looks at the lizard up and down, and kind of squints his eyes a little bit. The gong says lavender. You're grasped by God as well, are you not?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, we may get along.
Koki does not like to talk about it.
We have a lot in common. So I kind of look at the other person. Who's your friend?
His friend can speak for himself if you care to address him. Lavender, you said. What does that mean?
This gong has a power, but we need to find one or more of them. I don't know much about it. We'll have to ask Goda or whatever his name is.
Gota. Oh, yes. So you're here to answer Gota's call as well.
Ral kind of looks around. Why else would we be here?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't have an answer for it.
All right.
Just gotta go ahead.
No, it's just while he kind of laughs into the distance. Go ahead and finish what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I stare at him completely blankly as he laughs.
Right. And another destiny darkens the path. Alrighty. Alright. Whoops. Okay. Alright, here we go. Chilled. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Chilled. This is my first time ever playing D&D. A little overwhelmed. I'm gonna try my best. This is Jerry. Jerry's a half-elf Gregorian rogue. Jerry's not his given name. I guess Jerry was his acquired name. I guess a name he picked out for himself, but not a name he was given. He trusts no one, which leads to him being trusted by no one. I think he's a good guy. He's here to see what happens.
Nice. Well, as you approach... You there, come here! I'll kind of give you a squinty eye look. Kind of look at his scroll. Ah, yes. Yes. Another Westerner. Very well. You seem to fit the description. Apologies. My lord awaits you on the other side. Gather at the fountain, and he will call all of you at once and address you all at once. My lord's time is not to be wasted.
Understood. Am I the first to arrive?
You are not. You are the... He'll look down at the scroll. 4th.
Damn it. I like to be the first to arrive. All right, I'll head to the gates. Thank you for your help.
I've heard that before. And as you go inside...
I gotta learn this program more because like the way you make like the characters kind of come alive by like rotating them and like scaling them and whatnot and like turning them. It's so good.
Well, I could show you how to do that. Pretty easy. First of all, you can right-click on your token and go to flip, and you can horizontal flip, and you can vertical flip if you want to like be upside down. You can also flip yourself into another plane of existence by using the the isometric plane if you want to be super funny about stuff. As for how I turn stuff, like turn characters and whatnot, this was a little bit more complicated, but click on your character, like I'll click on your token. Oh, that's that.
Whoop! Sorry.
Okay, click on your token, and you can use Shift Scroll Wheel to do quick turns, or you can use Control Shift and Scroll Wheel to do what I was doing, where you can look at things and do things like that.
That's so cool.
Yep, and you can, and I use it to add animation to the characters as they talk. But yes. Anyway, Jerry, as you step out onto the path, you can see that there is a small crowd of individuals, laughing, talking, being quite lively.
Slowly looking down.
Ominously turning, things like that.
I'm gonna approach them and then just not say anything. I'm just gonna stand behind them.
Okay.
Just kind of observing what they're doing, listening to conversation. They're using very big words that I don't know if I fully understand, but it seems like they're talking a little about the in scripture from what I've gleaned, and possibly why they're here. Jerry's not really that interested though. He's just answering the call.
All right, Jerry. You all see a half-elf individual kind of walk up and just kind of stand there. You guys can interact if you'd like.
Greetings, friend. What is friend's name?
I'm Jerry. What do they call you?
Koki is Koki.
Are you playing tricks with me? What does Koki is Koki mean?
That's his
Koki.
name. You'll get used to his manner of speaking.
Oh, thank you. And what do they call you?
Tiri Anand. You Tiri.
Tiri.
For short. Mm-hmm.
And the man in the back with the hood?
We have not actually introduced.
Oh.
If my friend didn't interrupt me, I would have told you my name is Raul.
Well, it seems like you got a nice little gaggle. What did I miss? Came a little bit late. Got the invitation a little late. How are you guys doing?
And Koki apologizes for not asking your name, Raul.
It's fine.
We're doing well. We're just admiring this gong, trying to suss out its nature. It says, according to Rawl, it says lilac, lavender. It says lavender on it.
Well, I don't know. Can I do a skill check to see if I can read that, or not even close?
Oh, absolutely, good friend. Roll for me a religion check for you.
Got it.
So, click on your token. Go to
it.
the selected window, which is one of the windows I had you open.
Got it.
And then go down to where it says skill check. Click that.
Got it.
And then you'll see a drop-down box appear. So click the drop-down, and then go to the specific skill, which in this case is religion, and then hit OK, because you do not have advantage.
Only Jerry's owners can impersonate to run macros.
Hold on.
Jerry doesn't have control over his own body.
Here, let me fix that. Go ahead. Now you can do it.
Religion. No. Do you have advantage? And that's no.
That is correct. No advantage.
Got it. So it says I'll check to see what it really reads.
With a 21, as you take a closer look, you are unable to read the phantasmal words there. So you're unable to read if it actually says lavender or not, but you notice something that the others do not. Hidden behind the lavender, as you kind of push back the flowers, you will see that it is marked, strangely enough, with a discus. Discus, in this case, means that it is a circular engraving, and it seems that there is a piece of jade that points to the east.
Well, I suppose you three didn't notice this, but there is a piece of jade that points to the east. I'm not too sure what it means, but to be honest, I think it's something maybe we should refer to Kuki, for they seem to be a bit more of the religious one.
Oki knows not what the jade means.
For you,
Rock.
Jerry, keep playing it close to your hand. Your high religion check reveals that the jade is no doubt a magical marker of direction. It seems that this gong can be adjusted even further. An interesting revelation to make.
Now,
And also, if I may, he may be too polite to tell you. It's pronounced Koki.
Oh, Koki. My bad. I will write that down in my little handy dandy notebook. Koki. Jerry apologizes to Koki.
Oki forgives Jerry.
Jerry sighs that he's gonna have to talk like this the whole entire time.
Koki does not expect Jerry to imitate Koki's manner of speech.
Jerry acknowledges that was an inner monologue, and somehow Koki was able to read Jerry's mind.
Well,
he's a mind reader.
Well, you sighed. You sighed.
Yes.
And so, while this conversation of possible empathy and possible psychic powers continues, the final shadow darkens the road. All right. And please introduce yourself and your character.
Hey guys, I'm Elohim. I stream here on Twitch, and this is my character, Elliot Milik. When you first see him, he's wearing a vest with his arms revealed. He's very, very pale. He's just a little under 6 foot. He is quite gaunt, and you can see his arm muscles are developed but kind of taut. And so is his face. What would be normally probably luscious hair seems stringy on top of his head, discolored, a little unkempt. And yeah, he walks up and kind of is just looking around sort of absent-mindedly.
You there? Please, one moment, please.
And he walks up.
Let's see.
He is a human, by the way.
I'm not sure. He takes a closer look at you. You look to be correct. Name, please.
My name is Elliot Milik.
Elliot Milik. Yes, I believe this is correct. Are you here to answer the daimyo's call, yes?
Oh, but of course.
Excellent. Then please venture inside. And you are the last to arrive, so I shall go and inform my lord that you are here.
Thank you very much.
Alright, he will kind of... I don't know how else to describe this, but a tight S will move up like this. As he walks inside.
Just imagining how a frilled lizard kind of walks on their hind legs.
Yeah, basically.
You
But
sound like an enemy from Dark Castle from back in the day.
But somehow he sounds...
Wow, go!
But somehow he
That's
sounds
awesome.
even more pretentious while walking like a frilled lizard.
I follow behind, and I'm just really taking my time, one step in front of the other.
He
As
is.
I
He's
Go through the gate.
he's a skitterer, so he's just gonna.
He's booking it.
He's just, my lord. Oh, please favor me because I suck. All right. When you get to about here, you can notice that there is now an even larger crowd of people around this gong.
I take a look over there, and I look a bit hesitant, probably, if they're staring at me. I take a deep breath, and I start walking over slowly to the group.
Oh, greetings, friend.
When you say friend to me, my face immediately, you can see some sort of like hesitation or surprise even. Oh, you refer to me as friend.
Koki likes to think that everyone is friend.
Well, I would be absolutely, it would be, he's kind of taken aback a little bit. It would be my honor to be your friend. My name is Elliot.
Koki
And
learned from last introduction that Koki should say Koki's name is Koki.
Koki
Koki.
is your name.
Correct.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Elliot,
And I bow a little bit, kind of awkwardly.
Koki bows back.
Elliot, you say? Well met,
I'm-
Tyrion Nond. I wonder how many people we're going to expect, or seems like a lot.
I am not sure, Thierry. It is also a pleasure to meet you. And my eyes go over to the half-elf. And your name?
Half elf spins on his head.
The half elf is muted.
Oh, well, sorry. Hey, I'm Jerry. It's nice to meet you. I'm also a little confused. Maybe it's just me, but do you guys seem like this is like a bad guy voice? Or am I the? Hi, I'm Jerry, but it seems like you're doing a bad guy voice.
When you say that, it is very visible that Elliot's confidence is shaken.
Oh shit.
He starts sort of bumbling. He starts sort of bumbling a little bit. I did not mean to displease you
Wow.
with my appearance
Wow,
or
Jerry.
voice.
No, hell yeah.
Koki thinks Jerry is too quick to judge.
Raul just
Look at
kind of
him.
sighs and shrugs his shoulders.
I mean, just me. I'm the okay. No, that's fine. I'm sorry, Elliot. Welcome to our party. We're all here to serve a greater purpose. We've actually just I checked earlier. We've just discovered a jade symbol pointing to the east. So I'm pretty sure we actually even have a heading. But that lizard thing is gonna probably tell us to go somewhere very soon. I'm insensitive to a little bit of the cultures here. I'm just really trying to learn.
I as well am new to this life of adventure. I hope you understand. I did not mean to frighten.
No, I'm not frightened. Just confused. You could take my spot if you wanted. It was right over there. Get to know.
All right, you guys
Loki
hear
better.
this? You guys hear this?
I think that was the lizard thing.
That's him, like, pattering over to us.
What? Why are you all over here? You were supposed to wait by the fountain.
Koki received no instruction as such.
Yeah, I told you to follow me. The Lord awaits.
Oh, I love this guy.
Elliot
He did
just walks
say the
behind.
fountain. I didn't know how much time we had before we were going to be summoned. My apologies.
All right, he'll lead you up to this gate, and he'll kind of knock on the. Open the gates, please. We just fucking opened them for you, please. Please, the Lord waits, or maybe you should have been on time. And the gates will open. Oh.
Do you need some water?
Koki places a claw on his back.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I was not built to run. He'll lead you inside to a ornate
Koki does
fountain.
not believe that. Koki does not believe friend was not built to run. His friend runs very fast.
All right. My lord awaits you inside. Oh my goodness.
Is there an obvious door that he's pointing at or something?
There's a door here.
Cool. Okay.
There's a large temptation to cast Spare the Dying on him.
Yeah, I'm moving to the door.
Okay.
Could we do
Elliot's
something?
admiring the fountain as he walks by, just eyeing it.
Jerry's eyeing something in the fountain too. Is there a way to check to see if there's something in the fountain?
Of course. Roll me a perception check.
You're gonna try and steal the coins people throw in there for wishes?
Yeah,
You're gonna steal children's wishes?
Well, Jerry, as you no doubt search the contents of the fountain for any coins that those individuals might have thrown into it, you see that there is none. For that is a Western cultural practice. But your roguish eyes do spot something else. The eyes of this fountain are small jewels.
Oh, I want to. Maybe not now. I keep those. I keep that in the back of my mind, and then I scurry along to the rest of the visitors to not be too late and suspicious.
All right. Well, as you approach here, you can see that a handmaiden, who's not important enough for a token, will open the door and gesture you to go inside. My lord awaits for you inside. Do you enter the estate?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
man.
yes.
And now for one of my favorite parts. One moment, please.
You're under arrest.
Come on in.
Oh.
Because there's no metal detectors or
Ooh.
precious metal detectors.
Do we remove our shoes and our belts?
Yes, that is the custom.
Elliot
Koki-
kicks off his shoes, basically
And
sandals.
Koki does not wear shoes, so
You're good.
Brow takes his shoes off and puts them next to the others next to the door.
I was making an airport joke. I'm sorry. It was terrible.
No, it's all right. I thought that was a good joke.
Rouse searches Tiri aggressively.
Jerry looks uncomfortable.
So we discussed a little bit of this as far as my armor and what I'm wearing. Did we settle on plate? Is that what? Am I allowed to have that, I guess, is my question.
Not to start, no. Your starting armor is... I gave you... chainmail, which is the heaviest that you can start with.
Right, okay. Yeah, then I since it's not like part of the plate, I just take off my boots then.
All right, then. As you enter the room, you can see that there is an individual sort of just kind of leaning against the wall. She is keeping an eye on you, and you can tell from her gait that she seems to be perhaps either a currently active or retired warrior. She has a large samsarin at her side, which is a Eastern guitar, and she seems to just kind of be watching you, but not with any real hostile intent. And that's who you see over there. Or Shamisen, excuse me.
Pasca.
Is she playing it?
Koki approaches.
She is not currently playing it, no.
Koki is she the only person in the room right now?
She is.
Okay, Koki approaches and greets her. Greetings, friend.
Greetings to yourself, huh? What brings
What is
you
friends-
to my lord's estate?
The call of duty, I suppose.
So you're here for his task, she will say with disdain as she'll kind of look away. I don't much like watching those get hired for my replacement, but if you're here to see him, he should be in the library.
Koki, thanks, friend. What is friend's name?
Kana Saleh, if you must know.
Can you spell that out?
You can just scroll over the token.
Oh,
Jerry interjects real quick.
okay.
What do you mean replacement?
I am my lord's guardian, and I should be the one to go on his behalf. But he insists that he has to use someone not connected with him. He will not tell me why.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting used here. Okay, thank you.
Maybe Lord Goda values Kana too much to send on dangerous mission.
Koki, don't you just see what's happening here? We're patsies. We're patsies in this whole damn scheme.
Kana will point to this door. Follow that, and that shall take you to the library.
Elliot is watching the half elf curiously, just as he kind of is it kind of spazzing out? Are you spazzing out a little bit?
Spazzing
here?
out a little bit. I think we're
Yeah,
getting used.
he's noticing you're spazzing, buddy.
He's a very excitable rogue.
I saw what you were doing there, Raul, so make me an investigation check, and I can tell you what you found.
In the meantime, Koki thanks Kana and starts following Tiri.
You can see that there are fine porcelain tea sets here, meant for visitors, but you notice that there is a fine layer of dust over them. They have not been used for some time.
Good to know.
Now, when he finds that out, or do we also know that too, or just he would know that?
Only he knows that, unless he chooses to share it with you.
Okay.
For the most
Also-
part, in the beginning of meeting, it is not presumed that all characters share everything that they know with everybody.
Okay.
But generally speaking, characters do share knowledge, especially in combat. But it is considered to be good like RP etiquette that if somebody discovers something, that they get to react with it first. But
Awesome.
What were you saying, Ko?
Did I notice anything in these other areas?
No, just more evidence that these are like sitting rooms and like incense for visitors and shrines, but they have not been used in some time. There's a thin layer of dust and disuse, which would indicate that this individual has not had many visitors.
Good to know. Perfect.
When Elliot walks up, he is confronted with a hooded figure he had not seen previously. Hello.
I kind of look over towards him. Hello. Do you need something?
Oh, I was merely greeting you. I had not seen you previously.
Raul kind of leans in and kind of looks, leans right kind of close to his face and kind of sniffs a little bit and then leans back. And he kind of narrows his eyes.
Is there something wrong?
Did you say your name was Elliot?
It is indeed.
Elliot, what do you do?
Well, some might find what I do a bit distasteful. But you seem a man with a stomach for it. I work on cadavers mostly. Why do you ask?
Raul, you kind of notice a small, just the very edge of his lip turn up a little bit in a little smile. Oh, nothing. I can smell it on you is all.
Is it distasteful?
Not something I'm not used to.
I nod at this. And your name?
You can call me Raul.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Raul. And I do a sort of awkward bow.
I kind of lock eyes and Raul nods his head a little bit.
Shall we?
I kind of move my left elbow where I would normally where a normal person would hold out a hand to gesture somebody forward. I make an effort to keep my sleeves together and kind of motion him in front of me.
Well, thank you. And Elliot steps ahead, past his new acquaintance, to catch up with the rest.
All right. As the party meanders their way into this room, you can see that this is a large audience chamber, complete with the Lord's throne. No doubt where the Lord of the estate would normally be sitting. But despite its grandeur, you can also see that there is a thin layer of dust and a slight feeling of emptiness, as if this room has also not been used in some times. You'll notice that there is a small sign with a scroll on it that points this way, leading you to believe that this must be the direction of the library.
Can we read the scroll? Is it something legible for us?
Oh, it's just a sign with a scroll on it, like the drawing of one. Yeah.
Koki, being bothered a bit by the dust in the room, licks his left eye.
What you doing, Jerry?
Just staring. It feels like no one's been here. It was like,
can I investigate and see like how long it's been since this place has been used or cleaned?
ooh.
Sure, make me an investigation check, and while you're up there chilled, go ahead and make me a perception check. Well, Thierry, as you take a closer look, and being one who is practiced in all things that are related to time, you think that people have walked in this room, but there's a certain amount of unpreparedness it would have for visiting dignitaries and things like that. The drapes are not pulled backwards, the banners haven't been pressed. While there are people that move about this room, no one has prepared it for use in quite some time. You're not exactly sure how long, but at least a year. And
It seems that this place has not held guests for quite some time.
And Jerry, with your 15 perception, you notice that there's very expensive gold lacing on the pillow here and on the throne here, and that there is a kind of like a jade decorative panneret above the throne.
Well, I'm not sure what to do with that knowledge.
Oh, whatever you'd like. Smile.
Could be something here too.
Yeah, can I go and I guess get closer and look at it?
Oh yeah. All right.
Do I have to?
When you get to about there and you get closer, you notice that the decorative, what you thought was just an etching, actually turns out to be, oh god, I forget what this term is, but it is I think it's called an emboldment, but it is a decorative crown placed on top of a warrior's helmet, complete with the feather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this, most likely, from what you've heard, that the lord of this estate was a retired daimyo, which is warlord. So this must be a souvenir of his past service.
Oh, okay.
Embossment. That's it.
Embossment. I'm gonna talk to Tiri real quick, if that's okay. Friend Tiri, hey.
Hello. I saw you examining the. Well, I don't know if it's a throne, but I saw you examining the chair over there.
Yeah, I saw there's this jade edge thing that's up there. I was actually wondering if you could maybe help me reach it, since you're very tall, very strong. It looks like someone hasn't been here in a year. Can I show you what it is over here? It doesn't look like it doesn't belong to anybody.
I can see it fine from where I'm standing, but if you want to take it, that is your business, of course. But I think it would be considered rude.
You're right. And I wasn't even. I wanted to try it on. I just couldn't reach. You're right, though. Not my business. I would hate to upset our guest and our lovely host here.
Paladin and rogue, buddy cop time.
But I'll tell you this: maybe we ask the daimyo if we can put it on your head.
Ooh.
See if it fits and put it back. I don't see any problem with that. If that's I would do.
Yes, I mean, if we could spend maybe just a few minutes before heading east, just maybe trying it on. I have an aspiration for shiny things, but I really feel like if I touch it, something bad's gonna happen.
So Raoul
That's
comes
why
over,
we asked first.
Yes.
kind of listening into this conversation, and uses mage hand to kind of squeeze Jerry's arm and kind of leans in a little bit. Can we at least get paid first before you loot the place?
Raoul, you're right. You're right. You know, my bad. Let's see where the adventure lies first. But I don't want to give this up too easily. It just seems like it's such an easy grab. Also, Jerry's being very open about his intentions with Raoul, which maybe seems like a bad idea. But at the same time, Raoul also seems a bit, well, mischievous.
On the shadier side.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta really drive this point home. You know, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like the cut of your jib. Oh, jeez. All right.
And a budding friendship was born.
Yo, we doing crime over here?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I heard you like crime and looting?
Hello, fellow criminals.
At least there's another one.
All right, as you guys move over here and you open the door to the library, you can see that the area is filled with tomes and books, a private collection that, well, challenges that of any government-focused one. This is a collection of someone who is either very rich or well-connected. The knowledge
Elliot.
here,
excuse me.
the knowledge here is written not only in the Eastern languages but also in the Western languages as well, containing tomes and books from both continents.
Elliot gasps when he walks through the door and sees just, all the tomes and books. He is now looking, not frantically, but it's probably the first time they would have noticed him getting excited. And he's just kind of, fingering through all the different titles.
Right, and while everyone's sort of gazing around at the library, this individual walks around the corner. Oh my! It would seem that my guests have arrived early. Or perhaps am I late? Greetings and salutations to you. I am Lord Goda. I am the, well, lord of this estate, I suppose. Such an odd thing to call yourself.
I feel like Tiri would brush up on the courteous customs of the place and know how to properly greet or bow or whatever it is.
I was gonna say, Koki moves in front of the daimyo, gets kind of on his knees and sort of bows down in front of him.
Oh, please. I've had my share of that. Please rise. I asked you here. You are my guests. Now, as much as I would love to give you the time to investigate my library, I'm afraid that there is a time issue. Please, follow me. And
as they're walking, Koki kind of notices the coughing and asks, is Lord Goda doing well?
Oh, I have done well in the past. It would seem that I am getting older. A strange prospect for one of my kind. We are so used to our youth that it fades rather quickly.
Jerry interjects real quick. Any heirs?
No.
So Raul kind of just arches an eyebrow and says, "You're kind?"
We are elves, you see. We live for a very long time. The years become blended together. Forgive an old man his reminiscence. There is a reason that I have called you here, and it is a reason most dire. I have quite the private collection of tomes and scrolls, as you can see, and there is one such souvenir from a past campaign gifted to me to honor me by the Yamiyoji, the guardians of the Black Library. Unfortunately, it would seem that I have failed my friends, and the tome that was granted me, that once contained an imprisoned akuma, has escaped. It killed one of my staff, and it fled. It fled towards the cliffs to the northeast. I dare not risk another one of my people dying for my own mistake, my folly. And I am not the young man that I once was before. I need those discreet individuals not connected with my immediacy to accomplish this task for me. I have already sent word to my friends at the Yomiyoji, but they are delayed. There has already been reports upon the path of prosperity, of attacks within this region, and I know in my bones it is this akuma that has escaped from my library. Please, my task for you is to seek it out, to reason with it if possible, to bring it back, or if not, see it destroyed.
Is there a check I can perform to see what an akuma is?
That is a religion check.
Okay.
I'm a little unfamiliar with 5e insight. If I'm wanting to sort of discern his intentions, is that what I would go to?
Well, so insight has a multitude of uses. Insight can be used to tell if somebody's lying, obviously, which is the most common use. But insight can also tell you someone's emotional state, or perhaps provide another intuitive, insight into what it is that they're going through or feeling or speaking about. So feel free to roll insight if you'd like.
Sure.
For this particular part about the akuma, is this the kind of thing where if we're searching ourselves to see if we know anything about it, we just roll a religion check, or is it like
that is correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no control over Elliot, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to give you ownership.
No worries.
There you go. You should have it now.
Thank you.
All right, 2 big rolls. First off, Rawl, you know what akuma are. Akuma are demons. They are the result of when the natural spirits of the world, the yokai, become corrupted by negative emotion produced from mortal kind. When too much negative emotion is produced, it can cause a yokai to transform into an akuma, a demon that can cause all sorts of trouble and all sorts of destruction and death. Now, there are 2 major orders that exist in order to deal with them. They are the legendary Onimetsu and the Amiyoji. The Onimetsu are demon slayers. They travel the land of Glaeus keeping balance between the light and the darkness. And the Amiyoji are their scholarly counterpart, taking the demons that cannot be killed and sealing them away in a place known as the Black Library.
Do either of them, is there a way to cure an akuma or regress it?
Well, it is said that the Amiyoji and the Onimetsu possess specific abilities that are sealed away, like seals and tags, that can cause a cleansing effect. It is believed that if a akuma is reached before the transformation is complete, that they can be cleansed, and many Onimetsu and Amiyoji have done so in the past. But generally speaking, anything that's put into the Black Library, it has already been far too long an akuma to be cleansed. It is perhaps the old man's naivety in the belief that such a being could be convinced to return.
Excellent information. Before I respond to that, I think Thierry did a check before me if he wants to do his first.
Your religion check reveals the first part of what I said, which is that an akuma is a corrupted yokai. And to your insight, Elliot, you can tell that this man is semi-lucid. It seems that he kind of... It's almost like he's high, but not in like the idea that he's completely blasted out of his head, but he has definitely taken some neurological suppressant, probably for pain. As you can see that he is covered in many old battle wounds that as time goes on only get worse. Something that you yourself, I presume, are quite familiar with.
I'm gonna walk up and introduce myself. Greetings.
Oh, greetings.
My name is Elliot Mylick. I am happy to be here. You have a beautiful library.
Oh, thank you so much. I was always one for the scholarly pursuits, although my talent with the blade was more demanding. In my later years, I am grateful to have the opportunity to gain knowledge. Oh, if only I had not... Oh.
Rest, friend. I envy the lifespan of elves. And then I switch to Elvish, which is the one language I took for Variant Human.
Nice.
I guess when just real quick, when he coughs, like Koki kind of goes up and like places a hand on his back.
As I switch to Elvish, I say to him, I am a bit of a physician. Maybe I can help you in some way. And I step closer.
He will respond in Elvish and will say, I'm afraid there is no cure for old age. Well, at least, no cure that I'm interested in.
No, I'd be able to understand both of them, correct?
Yeah, you know Elvish.
Well, perhaps a look over would not hurt.
Of
when
course,
the,
of course.
the time permits.
Of course. All right. Make me a medicine check.
Sure.
Oh, we doing this right now?
You can
Disrobe.
save the old man.
Disrobe.
Ooh.
With a 12, by just taking a quick look over, this man is old. And there are many, many complications that come with being old. But there is something that you do notice. You notice that there is something that he has been trying to hide. And that is a bandage. A bandage around his wrist. So the idea is that one of his sleeves, he constantly doesn't move it so that the sleeve falls down. But your quick medicine check shows that he has a bandage around his wrist.
I look down, like, very obviously, and, you know, I want him to see I'm seeing it. And I just say, may I?
Oh, it's nothing, really. Just,
Please, I insist. It is the work of Lorne to help all those in need.
Are they still speaking Elvish at this point?
I am still, yes.
All right, then. He will offer you his wrist. Now, make me a religion check.
Quick question. I speak Common and Sharkai. That's not Elvish, right?
Sharkai
sure.
is Elvish, but a different kind. So you're only picking up, like, a couple of words.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, with that religion check, Elliot, as you unbandage the wound, it is a clean slash mark across the wrist with no hesitation. And the way that it is cut is not for something as dark as ending one's own life, but rather something that is very ritualistic.
I give it a very curious look, but before I can really think too much on it, I'm going to go ahead and use a key point of Hand of Healing on his cut.
All right, you seal the wound, but you also notice that the daimyo is actually watching you as you do it, and sort of like looks relieved that you just heal him. But your high insight earlier definitely reveals that he was nervous about you looking at that wound.
I look up at the daimyo and I say, do not keep weaknesses to yourself, or friends may not be able to help you. Though I understand keeping some secrets. And I wink at him.
The old man doesn't know what to say, so instead we'll simply say, I thank you for your healing touch. That's quite impressive. But to the matter at hand, will you do this task for me?
Is he looking at me, like, specifically, or
Yeah,
is he more just kind of...
everybody. It's kind of like an everybody question.
I answer pretty quickly, and I just say, I would be happy to help, perhaps for access to your library.
Oh, such a thing is free once the task is done, to all of you. I was thinking something more practical. Perhaps a payment in jade. That's the gold of Glaeus.
Such things are necessary. Though I do not speak for my new friends.
I'm in.
Ral just kind of nods.
Are we all to handle this together? Or is it...
I would suggest that you travel together, for it is very dangerous where these cliffs are concerned. And if you are unable to convince the akuma to return, you may have to destroy it. Not an easy task for one person.
Did you say earlier that the akuma was trapped in a tome? Did I hear that correctly?
It is difficult to explain. It is more of a page of a tome, but yes.
Are we to convince it to return to the tome or to the library?
Return to me if possible.
Ah.
Raul kind of looks over at Tiri. There's an entire order designed to destroy these things. Our party, all together, may not be enough as it is. I wouldn't hold your breath on a return.
Can Jerry interject?
Yeah.
Okay. I also speak a little bit of elf. I heard those two guys talking, and they were essentially saying this thing attacked him and ran away. But I don't know if they really plan on either of us getting back. So I'm in agreement with my shadowy figure down here. If the old man couldn't contain them, what are we gonna do?
So it's in my nature to just, like investigate, look at everything. And is it possible that I saw the cut on his wrist?
From the angle, you saw that he was healed, but the ritualistic nature, probably not.
Okay. So I don't want to, meta or whatever, but it would be fair for me if I saw the healing occur, that there was a wound on his wrist, yes?
Yeah, and you could ask about that.
Cool.
But
Cool.
Alahheim specifically kept that secret, so.
I'm sorry if I'm prying, but it always helps to have all of the information if you're going to tackle something dangerous. Does whatever happened to your wrist have anything to do with this akuma?
Make me a persuasion check.
I would love to.
Good question, Thierry. It's a good question.
Not very good this time, but
He will respond.
Still a good question.
He'll respond by saying, The wound was necessary. Well, perhaps not necessary as it was. I was foolish in my attempt to communicate, to study it, and the creature escaped and cut me.
Can I use my persuasion to get him to reveal the full truth?
Well, first, roll an insight to see if...
Got it. If that is the full truth?
Yeah, to see if it is the full truth or not.
Don't believe. Insight.
As Jerry gets closer to Elliot, he sort of holds his pockets a little bit.
What, you think I'm gonna rob you, Elliot? You got nothing of value there.
Yeah, I wouldn't rob you.
Look at that face.
You are a curious one.
Oh, you'll need me. You'll need me, Elliot. He says under his breath. I don't think that my insight's high enough for that one.
That was not high enough to determine anything additional. That seems to be the truth.
I guess he's telling the truth, Theory.
if we are to face this demon and either convince it or destroy it, it would be beneficial if you could tell us any weaknesses or anything that may aid us.
From my studying of the creature, they are vulnerable to fire.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know if I have to roll something for that in terms of vulnerable to fire. Are all of them vulnerable to fire, or just this one?
It would be safer to assume just this one, as yokai are very different and varied.
Got it. With that, I have another question. There seems to be no defense. That may require a perception check. I'm curious why there's no defenses in this whole entire land, especially if there's this evil black books that exist too. I guess I'm giving him a lot of sass and snark right now, trying to figure out how the hell this could have even escaped.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and say that. Say something like that.
Oh, Lord Goda, you've invited 4 strangers into your home. There's no defenses here. There's no one that's even watching the place. The old maid that let us in was a little upset that we were taking over. Why?
Old maid?
Feels like this is off the records, man.
Oki counts 5 people.
Who are you referring to as an old maid?
Oh, right. My eyes may have deceived me. The lady that let us in earlier, she told us that you want this off the books, and I'm not smart enough to figure out why, but it's puzzling me.
You are referring to Kana. Kana is a kindly soul. She was one of my subordinates during the last war. She followed me to my estate and has been quite the servant. But I do not wish to involve her. It is an unsightly affair. Very well, I have not been very truthful with you, and that was not my intention. It is difficult to explain. You see, my wife became very ill, and it is said that the blood of Akuma can, cure such things. It was my intention to cure her, but it did cure her, but turned her into something terrible, misshapen, and she has escaped the estate. And now, to think of her, a savage in the caves eating people, I can't, please. I cannot send anyone of my own estate. They must not learn what has happened. Besides, I could not bear for them to see it. Please.
Jerry feels like a dick. Can you roll for that?
To feel like a dick?
Yeah, like empathy.
You can just
first time.
I mean, you don't have to roll for that. I suppose you can just have it if you'd like.
Dude, I'm getting Full Metal Alchemist vibes. It's not comfortable for me.
Is there any like seating around here?
Not in this part of the library, no.
Okay. Koki still has his hand on the back of the daimyo and says, Lord Goda should consider Lord Goda's health. Lord Goda should sit down.
Oh, please, understand that I've been restless for so many nights. If my wife cannot be saved, I would rather her face a proper death, that I might bury her, and I might finally stop lying to my daughter. Please. Just...
Lord Goda, what was your wife's name? What is your wife's name?
Miko.
Raul asks up, is there no way to turn her back?
I do not know. I have scoured the books and the tomes. I had thought the blood of Akuma could cure her. It is what the Book of Ona said. But...
Elliot speaks up. Are you prepared to deal with it if we cannot save the creature?
And Raul says under his breath, and we still get paid, right?
Of course.
Jerry's starting to suddenly think he's the only one with a conscience right now. You guys are seriously okay with killing this old man's wife?
Wait. I think we may have some confusion here. The akuma is what we are paid to either convince to come back or to destroy. His wife is somewhere else completely.
No. I attempted to cure my wife with the blood of the akuma, and instead I possessed her.
I'm glad you came clean. I was thinking as much, but I didn't want to say it in case
The man
it was
will just
offensive.
start to weep into his hands. Saying it out loud, making it more real, it would seem.
Look what you did here. You're making the old man cry. And I thought my questions were going to make him cry. Guys, I don't I gotta be honest.
The truth
Is
The truth is worth
what's
all
the?
years.
It seems like the throne room hasn't been used in a while, but like, what's the next closest area to try to like get this old man some you know, somewhere off his feet, you know?
I promise to rest. But please, will you do this for me? I must have peace.
We're going to need more information. What ritual did you perform? How did you entrap her? Where's this tome?
I have it written here, and he will hand you a piece of parchment. It has the ritual on it. What you can see is that this seems to be taken, or rather, this particular piece of parchment has a lot of Western writing on it. Thankfully, you have people from the West that can read it. And what it says is, there seems to be a bunch of scribbling on the side that indicates the use of Akuma's blood and the study of it. There is additional pages that have been granted, and it seems that each of these entries informing on the proper use of Akuma's blood and the potency of it appears to be written by the same hand, but not the hand of the original writer, but rather an additional script added to the side. And each of the additional scripts are signed by the letters SS.
Oh, Jesus. So, okay, I kind of look. Who is SS?
Super Saiyan.
The old man will say, I'm not sure. It is strange. For the Akuma was bound within the Book of Ona, but the pages from this parchment were from a tome that I bought from a trader from Kalkatesh.
In that time, is it possible for me to have snuck away to talk to the person that first let us in?
Sure thing.
So that's where you went.
I snuck away.
Hold on a second, because there is something that happens from that.
Oh, Jerry was right. Koki only counts 4 now.
All right, as you kind of sneak into the door here, you can see that Kana is currently speaking with someone.
Oh, I didn't expect this. Can I sneak and then overhear their conversation?
Sure, make me a stealth check.
Got it. Let me down now, skills.
Oof.
Oh no!
All right.
Damn.
All right, so
I'm gonna bump into the China.
Jerry just kind of leans, very very smooth, super cool, and you overhear this. You must believe in your father. You cannot keep saying these things. I wish to know why it is that every time I approach my father and I ask him where my mother is, his response is that she is ill. Why can I not see her? Kana will just kind of place her hands on this strange lady's shoulders and just kind of hold her back a little bit. And then, Kana, yes, who is that?
Uh-oh. Hey, I'm Jerry. Your father invited us in earlier. This is gonna be kind of awkward for all of us. I run away. I can't. I don't want to break the news.
Where? Do you run back into the library? Where are you going?
Into the library.
Dude, this is like a scene from Beverly Hills Ninja. I swear you're Chris Farley right now.
I want to approach the most trustworthy person and at least explain to them what just happened, but away from
that?
Lord Goda. Which would definitely be Raul. would definitely be Rawl in this scenario.
Trustworthy to you, you mean?
Greetings, fellow criminal. I've got something to report to you.
Rawl, I didn't mean to step away. Can I speak to you by the books over here real quick?
Just Rawl just kind of grunts and follows him over.
Thank you for giving me your time, Rawl. I know we may have gotten off on the criminal foot, but I have some information that I thought I would just share with you. And not that I don't like the rest of the party, but the rest of the party seem too busy believing this old man's story. I don't know if he's kept his daughter like all kind of out of the loop or whatnot, but his daughter has no idea where his wife is or her mother. And on top of that, I don't think this man's sane or trustworthy or even suitable to be king/lord. A lot of crazy shit happening down here, Rawl.
It was at this moment that Jerry and Rawl decided to blackmail the daimyo.
So Rawl, while Jerry is saying this, is just kind of deadpan looking at his face.
And
go ahead.
no, Rawl, I see by the look you're giving me that you don't really fully understand what's going on here. Let me break it down to you. Simple, Rawl. We're not going to get paid. This is somebody's personal family dilemma. There's some weird lying going on right here. We're probably pawns in some great experiment. I know, like you, like me, we want some money out of this. We're not going to get paid. And maybe I'm the only one with a conscience here, but this old man shouldn't be trusted. He's not giving us the full story.
Rawl kind of looks at him again. Jerry, I thank you for telling me this.
You're most welcome, Rawl. I'm only trying to help the group.
Jerry, how long have you been doing this?
It's been about 3 months. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at reading people. It's my first adventure, by the way, so I'm a little nervous, a little paranoid of everything I'm hearing. I'm trying the best I can to give you all the information that I have to someone who's responsible, and then you could discern that information and then give it to the group.
Jerry.
Yeah, Rawl.
What I just heard from you is a lot of drama between a daughter and their father.
Yes. And
why she should be very angry at him. Now, Jerry, I want you to think very hard about this, Jerry.
I'm gonna do it.
Does any of that affect us getting paid?
Jerry thinks about all the gold and riches he's seen inside this whole place. And he also kind of, you could see he twists his head a little bit as he mills over, even if they don't technically kill the mother or the wife and set Goda free of his guilt, that we could probably come back one night if they doesn't pay us and rob the place. So you're right. It doesn't affect us at all, Rawl.
Jerry, I saw you looking at everything coming in.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can assure you is that if we do any work for this man, we will not leave uncompensated. He kind of arches his eyebrow a little bit and nods.
I get Rawl's. Jerry picks up what Rawl's putting down. Rawl, I pick up what you're putting down. And they both scoot back over to the rest of the group to listen to the rest of Lord Goda's story.
Man.
Jerry's also frantic levels went down from a 20 to a 5.
All right. As you move back over, the old man will simply just reiterate once more. Please, time is of the essence.
Is there a way to trap this demon?
I do not know. Perhaps if we had a tag or an Onimetsu or Omioji, but they are delayed. He will kind of just trail off.
While he's doing that, Raul kind of holds out the papers that were given to him, kind of gesturing to anyone else in the party that may want to take them and look at them.
Koki walks over and takes a look at the papers.
Jerry acts like a puppy dog over Rawl's shoulder, staring at the papers.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Just can you remind me what's on those papers again?
It's the summoning ritual.
With the notes, I guess.
Yes.
It is the notes on the ritual that he performed in the attempt to use the akumic blood to heal his wife, but it instead possessed her.
There was different writing on it.
And it's also written in a Western language, correct?
Here's where things get spicy. So the base of the ritual is written in a different hand, but also in a Western style. But the newer script is kind of written over it, almost like somebody took these notes and then wrote their own notes on top of it. And that section of those notes are always signed SS.
Is it two different rituals, like a base ritual and then an updated ritual?
That's a better way of looking at it. It's like an attempt to update the ritual, yes.
While the Gecko Bro is looking at the message, I'm gonna walk down back to the old elf bro. Which of go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
No, I picture it kind of being like a high school paper that you get back from your teacher with like capitalize this paragraph here, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, like that, basically.
Okay.
All right, so you come on down and you say,
Come on down to Oma. This ritual here and the updates to it. What do you know about this outside of just a crazy scheme to heal your wife?
When it was sold to me, the man insisted that this was an artifact from his homeland, from Kalkatesh.
Did you know the man?
I did not. I admit that I was fairly desperate and I would take anyone that would offer to me. But he seemed genuine. He even spoke of that this tome had come from the last stand against the cataclysm. But study it as I might, I could barely make any of the symbols out.
It seems you may have been taken advantage of by a charlatan.
It is possible.
Did he supply the blood that you used in the ritual? And if not, where did you get it?
From the Book of Ona, the souvenir I was granted by the Yomiyoji of the Black Library. I attempted to use the blood that I extracted from the akuma trapped within the page. But doing so allowed the akuma to escape through my wife.
So, it would appear that whoever this SS is had an agenda for freeing a demon and used the desperation of a poor man to see that accomplishment, or to see that accomplished.
Perhaps.
Do you know his name besides SS?
Oh, I do not know whom the initials belong to. The merchant I spoke with, I believe, was a Westerner. He was a very persuasive individual. His hands were so strange. They were backwards.
Did it seem like the person that you spoke to, did you get the sense that they were capable of editing and or making this ritual, or did they just seem like a simple merchant?
There was nothing simple about them.
Elliot speaks up.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
When you say that they were backwards, what do you mean?
He kind of like takes his left hand and hides it in his sleeve, and then puts his right hand through his left sleeve. Like that.
Did it seem surgical?
It seemed natural. And the creature was like an enormous cat, but a predatory one, with fur as white as snow.
Would I had the lifespan of elves? Much wonderment is about.
I do not know.
Yeah, Elliot just kind of takes that in.
Jerry wants to ask Goda a question. Obviously knowing the answer, but seeing if he'll be truthful. Lord Goda, does anybody else live in this castle besides you and your servant?
Oh, my daughter.
Oh, a daughter, Jerry says to the rest of the group like he had no idea anyone else lived here.
Why are you yelling?
I just find it strange that Lord Goda had not told us that other people were here. I mean, the castle looks unused this whole time. You think that would be pertinent information?
Raul shoots a look at Jerry.
Jerry forgets the conversation he already had with Raul as he blurts out more information. Because it seems to me she doesn't have any idea what's going on here lately.
At this point, Raul visibly raises one of his robed hands to his face.
Jerry gets the hint, and Jerry is stunned in silence as he looks, as they say, a fool.
And Elliot am I seeing this happening in front of me? These like baseball signals and stuff.
You're in between them right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's kinda hard to miss.
I'm just sort of, dude. Elliot has no idea what to take of this, but you know, whatever. He's letting it roll.
Ma'am.
Jerry doesn't say any more. Jerry is in complete embarrassment as he turns a little shades of red.
Koki knows not what Jerry is rambling on about, but Koki has question. Person who sold Lord Goda the tome, this person came to the palace, or this person was like at a merchant stall? Like where did Lord Goda obtain this tome, or this ritual rather?
I met the individual on my way to the west, seeking medicine for my wife.
How long ago was this?
Roughly a month.
And how long has your wife had her affliction?
Most of her life. She was so
Why
strong.
now?
But she got sicker. As we got older, we got weaker, I suppose. Until it became too much for her.
Koki was thinking to possibly confront person who sold the ritual, but if a month has passed, then Koki believes that person may be long gone by now.
Jerry agrees with Koki. I think you're onto something here. It's like a simple trail. We approach the person who sold the ritual, and then it takes us back to where the money is. It's always follow the money, or follow the ritual in this case. I agree.
But as Koki said, ritual was sold 1 month ago. So Koki believes that person who sold ritual is long gone.
If there's one thing, Raul kind of looks at the lizard. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that if someone invests in something like this, they tend to stick around for the results.
Yeah, and yeah, if someone invests in this, they tend to stick around for the results, Jerry says, copying Raul, as if Raul didn't just say it.
Raul deadpans Jerry.
Jerry smiles back at Raul.
What if merchant is, not to say that person who sold ritual is not something that we shouldn't follow up on, but what if person who sold ritual is third party?
With the uniqueness that our host has told us, it shouldn't be too hard to locate the individual if he's still around and figure out that exact question.
The last I heard, he was headed towards Belloc.
Do you know where your wife is right now?
The cliffs, northeast of here. I believe she's holed up in a cave.
And how far is Bellic from here?
Belloc is
We're
several...
we're in Bellic.
Oh,
Belloc.
So
Belloc, we are just outside of, but it is still a further walk than the cliffs.
Quick question. My Paladin Divine Sense, is that like a big showy thing or?
No, it's a subtle thing.
Okay. I would like to do that facing everybody. It's 60. Hold on, I got this right there. 60 feet.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What you looking for?
Let's see. I don't know, like, does a fiend, does that count? Like, is that a demon?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking for demons or consecration, desecration anywhere in this area within 60 feet of me.
You do not detect any of those in this area.
Okay. Mainly I was just seeing if, you know, old man was like a demon lover in disguise or something.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
Well, you know, whatever it is. Like,
You do not detect any such deceptions.
okay, cool.
Would Tyr, would you share that with the party or?
If I found something, yes. If I didn't, unless you saw me doing it, I'll tell you, or you can ask me, I guess.
I'm not
But
sure
if I didn't see anything, then there's nothing to tell, really.
Okay, got it.
I'm correct to assume, Zeke, that when you're speaking, so if you're holding yourself with a certain amount of confidence, right? Are
When
you
Kiri
like
speaks? Yes.
Yeah. Like it's kind of powerful, kind of leaderly. I don't know if that's a word.
Confidence, for sure.
Okay.
Authority-esque from the sounds of
Okay.
it.
You get probably like a soldier-ish kind of a vibe off him.
Okay.
Please. Time is of the essence.
Raul
Well,
kind of
Well,
walks
Koki
away.
agrees to take on Lord Goda's task. And Koki thanks Lord Goda for his generosity in offering a reward.
I also Elliot nods and speaks to the I guess dynamo or whatever, and he asks, "Is there any items you can aid us with on our quest?"
Oh, right. Of course.
Dynamo. I don't know what he's called. What is it? It's a dynamo.
Daimyo.
Daimyo. Yeah, guys, I'm usually asleep at this time. So
Dynamo.
that's gonna happen so much. I can't even tell you.
Dynamite.
All right. And he will call to a servant, and who will eventually bring him 2 potions. These are left over from my war chest. Here. Perhaps you will find better use for them.
I reach out to take the potions.
All right. They are 2 normal healing potions.
Oh, I like that.
Lord Goda, you said your war chest. What war did the those so pretty jade pearls belong to? Or the ones that were on the chair that was up north? Where did you get those? Jerry senses Rawl giving him daggers in the back of his head, and Jerry slowly walks away and thanks Lord Goda for his time.
Lord
before
Goda
he
does
gets
not know
an
how to
answer.
answer that strangely probing question.
Raul slowly, subtly shakes his head.
All right.
Daimyo Goda, before we leave, I made a promise to ask you if my friend here, he was curious to try on the crown that is seen by your throne.
Jerry nudges up against Tiri as if Tiri has no idea what Jerry's really going to do.
He just wants to try it on to see if it fits. Perhaps make
I'm
believe
thinking of
that
getting
he's
one for
Lord of this
myself.
land.
Yes, Lord of this wonderful estate.
So when Jerry's like, no.
But if you don't have the time, I totally get it. We have a Thierry. Now's not the time. We have a mission. Thank you.
Lord Goda
Thank
will
you, Lord
start to
Goda.
look at you desperately. Please. The longer we wait, the more damage she can do.
Thierry, his wife is missing. Come on.
Very well.
We'll ask-
We can ask again when the deed is done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lord Goda, for your time.
Koki believes we should be on our way, and as a last gesture of reverence to the daimyo, Koki does a much less extravagant bow and proceeds to be on his way.
Elliot sees the bow and tries to mimic it. And
All right.
follows.
Okay. So, it would seem that you have accepted the daimyo's task and will seek to destroy or cleanse his wife, who lurks in the caves to the northeast.
And we get back here. Are these two still talking?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you guys kind of walk through the door, Kana will say, "So, I take it that you took it up then, yes?"
Indeed.
Good. This is what I was telling you about.
So be it. Where are they
Raul rolls
going?
his eyes.
Who are these people? Don't worry yourself about it. They are friends of your father's. And she will gesture to leave. Like, go.
Jerry does
you-
a curtsy.
Yeah, Koki does a light bow and then proceeds to exit.
Elliot mimics the bow again and
I'm
follows.
going to stay behind just for a second. Is there anything that you possibly could tell us about the akuma and your father that would help us capture or destroy it?
Kana will then look at you with a look that says, "I can't believe you just did that." And standing next to her, the woman here will go, "What do you mean, akuma?"
Oh. You were not. That's right. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I'm not allowed to tell you. It has slipped my mind.
Tell me what? Kana will try to
Perhaps
calm the girl.
you.
She will shove
Perhaps-
Kana off. "I will go and see my father immediately."
Perhaps that is best.
Kana gives you a look that says, "Come on, man."
What the hell?
And I give her a look that it's not shame. It's more of like a nod, like that's the truth is important.
That happened.
Raul kind of starts to walk away and looks over his shoulder. Way to pull a Jerry, Thierry.
Oh,
Jerry
no.
looks around like, what does that mean?
Is that a good thing?
And I follow you guys out, and Raul, you're the one who said that, right?
Yeah.
I look at you. I walk up to you. That was not a mistake. I did that on purpose.
Raul just kind of smiles. Maybe you like trouble a little more than you let on.
Secrets and deception, they only lead to more pain.
We can agree on that much.
Jerry's in the background just kind of mimicking, pantomiming a little bit because he's really, Thierry's just too good for him. And I guess he finds it funny. A little bit of laughter, a little comical.
Koki's just kind of dipping his hand in the fountain.
Steer walks out. Oh wait, never mind. You zoomed past me.
Oh, dude, it's so
Can
hard
you
to
Ace
see
Ventura
there.
rewind for a sec?
Yeah, if you want to stop me, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
I do stop you. Elliot stops you. Excuse me. Terry.
Yes.
He looks a little bit sheepish right now. He says, I have been watching you.
And how have you sized me up?
I find you to have qualities I lack.
There we go.
And I would ask that you are not too uncomfortable with my observations of you.
Am I uncomfortable with your observation? No, not at all.
That is good. I tend to displease others with my stares, though I do not mean any ill will. And he kind of is kind of struggling through this, lack a certain presence among others. Many do not speak with me. I hope to learn how to be more approachable.
Okay. Are you just going to study me, or do you want to ask me for advice, or?
Observation for now, but I may have questions in the future.
If you do, ask away. I will tell you straight.
Thank you. It is difficult for me to make friends. Perhaps this is the beginning of ours. And I bow a little bit.
You don't have to bow to me, but thank you. I look forward to our friendship as well.
And, I just kind of do a quick nod, not so much a bow, but still a little unsure of himself. And I gesture to the rest of the group with my hand.
Come on back. Is anyone familiar with this area? I know he said the cliffs, but...
So Jerry interjects saying, when we were at the little gazebo earlier, there was a jade that was pointing to the east. I don't know if it wants us to follow it, or maybe it was just pointing in a general location. I touched it, it moved. I don't know if I should have done that.
Oki thinks maybe friends can gather information in is this like a town outside
It's not a town. It's just the estate. The directions given to you, the caves to the northeast. As you do ask around, eventually, like there are guards and other people here. They tell you that the cliffs to the northeast have a series of caves in them, and that they are not a long distance away at all. They're about 3 hours outside of the estate.
The town we're just outside of, how far is that away?
That's the city of Ballock, and you're about a day's travel from that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to Rao, and I just throw a suggestion out there. Perhaps we should take an inventory of our skills before we leave.
Rao just kind of looks at him and nods. Not a bad idea.
All right, as the rest of you approach this guy. Greetings. You're still here. Why are you still here?
Is friend feeling better?
I'm fine. I have gathered my breath, and my body is strong and purified.
I actually went over to him to ask for directions to the cliff, but you kind of
you wish for directions to the cliff. Well, they are found to the northeast, approximately 4 hours in that direction, with pointing with my nose. Well, off you go then.
Have you been out that way? Is there
I
anything
have. It is very dangerous, and I do not like it. I prefer to stay inside with my scrolls. Thank you very much.
Is there anything in particular we should watch out for, like
Yes,
poisonous
potholes.
snakes or what?
Potholes. Nothing is worse than a pothole. You're walking along, then suddenly, snap, your ankle goes down, and you are in terrible pain. I hate potholes. I keep insisting to the daimyo that we need to increase infrastructure. I have sent several distinct and detailed letters to the fellow clan heads, but I have always responded with the same polite jargon of "go away. We don't want to listen to you, scribbles while squinting." Well, I didn't earn my name by just sitting around, not reading and figuring things out. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a bunch of political monkeys walking around flinging their own feces at each other saying, "We're not going to read your in-depth reports. We're going to just sit here and pretend we know what we're talking about."
So you're saying the road is paved then?
Did you know that there is a person in the moon? Yes, I know there is. They watch me when I sleep.
I need to compose myself. Koki did not know Scribbles while squinting's name before, and Koki apologized for not asking.
Oh, it is all right. I am used to people not asking me for my name, for they are either A, prejudiced against my people, or B, they think they are smarter than me, which is absurd.
But Koki wants Scribbles while squinting to know that Koki thinks his diligence is very beautiful, and Koki just like walks off after that.
Oh, well, all right. Now, what about you, Westerner? Anything profound?
You're saying the road is paved then to the cliffs?
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, quite the opposite. There are so many holes in the road that whilst attempting to walk there to investigate the cliffs for my own academic reasons, I sprained both of my ankles and my wrist.
Elliot
I'm
just
sorry to hear that.
whispers to Ral. Quite a loquacious creature.
Very animated.
Besides the potholes, any other dangers? Animals of...
Of course,
Any
bandits, dysentery, all sorts of things.
Oh,
Why anyone would go outside is beyond me.
very well. Thank you for your lengthy description of your lifestyle.
You are welcome.
I take my leave.
Yes, very good. Now I can finally be alone with you. Pulls out a scroll. Ho 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 ho. You're a naughty piece of parchment. Ready for
Okay,
my...
Elliot leaves this group and just wants to hang out with the guy with the scroll. All right, this guy seems cool. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I just want to.
Oh, look at your secrets. Your dancing, waving letters and vowels like a concubine across her fan.
While Scribbles is subjecting the scroll to his desires, can I finally take a look at what's inside this fountain? Or reach for the jewels?
You mean try to steal one from the eyes?
I would say stealing is a word that I don't fully understand. Borrow, with the intention of maybe giving back. Or to give it to Raul and maybe get him blamed for this.
Well, regardless of your mental gymnastics to make this okay, make me a sleight of hand check to totally jack that crystal eye.
Just while he's committing and doing this, just out of curiosity, is this like a very small wall between him and Scribbles? Like, is he in full?
Oh no! Scribbles can see him, but see, here's the thing as well.
Oh.
Scribbles is currently quotations
right?
engrossed into his scrolls. Emphasis on gross. So go for it.
I have rolled a 23, so.
All right.
I.
You pull out your dagger. Ting ting ting. There's a ruby. Good shit.
I scurry along right past Scribbles, saying, "Good day to you. I understand your desires."
Oh my god! Oh, by the yokai! Oh, there was another one. I'm so sorry, my dear. My spittle has. Oh, did you like my spittle? Okay, I'm gonna let that guy go now.
I do, though. I would like to try and put the jewels into Tyrion's pocket.
Okay. Sleight of hand check to do that.
Don't let me down now. Don't let me down now.
Make me a perception check, Tiri, to see if you notice somebody trying to put something in your pocket. Tiri?
Tyrion is falling asleep
He
at the
is,
wheel.
no. He's
So
bio. He's bio.
That he doesn't know what to do.
Oh, he went to the bathroom. Well, this is far too potential to be too hilarious for me to skip it, so I'm gonna wait for him to get back.
Yeah, just tell him. Don't even tell him.
Yeah, that'd be
Let him
great.
figure it out. Yeah, just let him figure it
Theory
out
is
on his own.
catatonic right now, so it goes off without a hitch.
This is a very normal group that will do very normal things, I can tell.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go well.
While we're waiting for Tiri,
Yeah.
can I take a look at something down here?
Where are you? Let's see.
I am down by the.
Oh, there you
Gong,
are. Yeah, sure thing. What do you got?
And hearing what Jerry said to the Goda, I am now examining that small piece of rock that he mentioned that he could manipulate, and trying to figure out, since I learned earlier about the word lavender and that this is a potential travel situation, I want to figure out what purpose that could have with what I know about this system.
Arcana check.
Got it.
Pokey is yelling down the well, enjoying the echo.
That's not sufficient. It seems that you're missing some pieces of the puzzle here.
Okay.
Are you back, Terry?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Okay, make me a perception check, friend.
You betcha.
Shit.
Okay. Terry, you feel Jerry patting you on the ass.
I'm
Go on.
I'm not going to turn around. I'm just going to say, whoever that is, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you'll find nothing you want.
Elliot?
If that's the case, then am I successful?
Yeah, does he actually get it? Like, put
Okay.
the rock in the pocket?
All right. Well, you then feel somebody slip something into your pocket.
Okay.
All right. Well, at that point, I definitely turn around.
Oh, look, it's Jerry. Who would have thought?
Tyrion, what are you doing with these rubies in your pocket right now, Tyrion? How did you come across these?
Hearing the commotion, Rawl starts walking that way.
Raul, did you get a look at what Tyrion did? He stole rubies from the fount. Isn't that right, Tyrion? You just took them. You just couldn't help yourself. All that for that trust and honor and good thing. First you screw up with the king's daughter, and now you're stealing their rubies. Raul, this is ridiculous.
Listen, I'm not here to tell anyone how to live their life. I take the rubies out of my pocket and I present them back to Jerry.
Jerry accepts them, puts them back in his own pocket, and then just completely walks away, just talking
Before
to
you,
himself.
if you try to walk away, I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder.
Oh. Jerry gets pulled back with a sudden.
It's important that the consequences of one's own actions fall on that person.
Jerry
You understand?
Jerry gives him a nod, and he walks away slowly, but in a mocking voice says, "It's important that one of the consequences meets the actions of blah, 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 blah."
I look at Raul and I go, not bad.
Meanwhile, Rawl is watching Jerry walk away and looks at Tiri, looks back at Jerry. That I
He said a swear.
Elliot has been patiently waiting outside the gates this whole time. He's just kind of chilling. He didn't see any of this shit.
Wait, is the it was to the northeast? Is that past the estate, like through the estate?
Terry, as you leave in the background, you hear, "Oh, yokai, I love reading."
Wow. What? I'm sorry. What did I hear? Was it?
Oh, but a yokai, I love reading.
Oh, okay. Oh. Only one day I find as much joy.
On top of that, you also
as that person finds in scrolls.
On top of that, you also hear Koki shouting his own name down the well. Koki!
Key.
Koki laughs.
What do you want? Want?
Koki walks away from the well.
All right. Well,
Jerry, did you come outside the gate?
It seems that Elliot is waiting outside.
I was outside the gate, but then I heard the well shout back, and I guess I was curious who he was talking to.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, he said the thing!
God, I love saying that. All right.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Oh, that hurt.
As Jerry gets closer, I put my hands in my pockets.
All right. And so, the party gathers themselves up, and they make their way to the northeast by following the road up and around the bend. Basically, you're going around the estate. And you walk the path of prosperity towards the cliffs to the northeast.
While we're doing this, can I attempt to ascertain what exactly our group is, what our skills are? Or...
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You can talk to each other while
Sure.
traveling on the path of prosperity. That's right. We got a walk-in map.
Nice.
Go ahead. Give each other a nice yakking.
It's almost like you know exactly what you're doing, Arcadum.
Oh, gosh.
I know this is your first time, but you're doing great, buddy.
Thanks.
Good job, dude.
As we start to, make our way, Elliot speaks up to the group, and he's quite shy, a little shaky, but he does find his voice, and he says, "Well, I suppose on our travel we should get to know each other. It might be beneficial to understand
I've
each
got some
other's
travel music for you guys.
strengths and weaknesses."
Just gonna put that in your group chat. There you go. That's for you.
Ooh.
This is your travel music.
Nice.
Ooh, I like it.
Perhaps I will start. I look around to make sure everybody's listening. Like, I'm just like, am I getting any sort of reception from you guys?
Yeah, no, I was waiting for everyone, like the travel music and stuff. I would have spoken up.
Jerry's curious of Elliot's skills. He looks intently, not in a mocking manner, but just kind of in a, what do you bring to the party?
Raul kind of walks away but turns his head back, so he's looking at Elliot. Go on.
I have quite a few tricks up my sleeve, though I should warn you, I have only traveled alone in the few times I have traveled. I have difficulty making friends and normally do not bother others, though I am here to test my research over the last decades. And he pulls up his hands, have found a power within myself. I can both harm and heal, depending. I seek to test this vessel. And he is now kind of beefing himself up a little bit and flexing a little bit. And then he stops And he just says, I have many theories of the limitations of the human form, and this adventure may prove valuable to my research.
What
He looks around.
Real quick before we continue, did Tom completely DC? Is he still here?
He's on his way back.
Okay, cool.
Yep, had a power flicker. When you say research the human form, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
This is the part most find distasteful. But in the effort of not omitting anything, I will tell you, I have always had a fascination with the human body, its limits, and I have, over the years, studied many cadavers and have performed some experiments, scientifically, of course, on these bodies.
Well,
Do not. Before I already can like feel the eyes, right? And I quickly say, do not confuse me with those who would bring undeath. I abhor them. But many confuse my intentions.
Raul kind of narrowed his eyes during a particular word that Elliot said, and then as soon as the other chance speaks up, what did you mean by vessel?
Ooh. Well, I did not find it tasteful to perform the experiments I required on others, so... And he sort of gestures towards his own body. I have used this body as a testing area. I tend to see it both as a subject and an extension of myself.
Raul seems satisfied by the answer.
Jerry's freaking out at the explanation, and more of an internal freak out. Although doesn't know what to ask, so he just blurts out saying, "Good thing I'm not a human."
Elliot doesn't know how to take that. He's sort of confused and maybe tries a weird smile, but with his gaunt lips, it just looks kind of terrifying, honestly.
Jerry says thank you in his kindest tone, but backpedals a little bit, not to discern or to make Elliot feel uncomfortable per se, but I think to
cut him off. I cut him off like in whatever he's saying as he's backpedaling. Is that cool?
Yeah.
And I just ask you straight up, do you fear death?
Well, Elliot, I don't fear death, but I'm starting to fear you.
That is a normal reaction I have found. Again, I apologize. My mannerisms are not refined as others. I am also aware that I am cognitively limited, and I have a hard time understanding the emotions of others, though fear I am quite familiar with.
Can I roll I guess an insight on Elliot, or no? Is that legal?
That's up to him if he wants to allow you. To be clear,
Sure.
Rolling persuasion and deception and insight and stuff like that, player to player, is up to the players to decide that kind of thing.
Okay, I'm just trying to find out if this is an act or if this is actually who he is.
Dude, I'll give you, like, if the DM's okay with it, I'll just give you an honest answer based on your roll.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You guys decide that amongst yourselves when dealing with yourselves.
Sure, go for it, man. Yeah.
I roll the insight.
While they're rolling, I guess Koki I missed a lot of that just because of my disconnection issue, but Koki's like, you know, Koki thinks Elliot, Elliot has a beautiful mind for having such a, trying to think of the word for it, ambition. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
And you say that out loud, like Elliot hears that?
I say that for Elliot to hear.
Dude, Elliot hears that and he kind of turns to really quick. Dude, you are fucking warming his heart. You have no idea. You have no idea. He's not used to somebody like you.
Warming his cold, dead, experimented heart.
Yes, exactly. So with your role, I think what you would tell is that Elliot, I think, is nervous. I think that you can tell that pretty from 12, obviously. And it seems genuine nervousness. Now, what that nervousness may be about, you're not entirely sure, but it is genuine nervousness to be speaking to everybody right now.
Okay, then in an act of levity and compassion, Jerry pats you on the shoulder, but kind of like he's a little disgusted to be touching you a little bit. So he just goes like there. Thank you for sharing that with us, Elliot. And it's nice for Jerry to do that because he normally doesn't, even if it comes off as kind of rude.
No, I am surprised at the contact. I look down, and when you touch my skin, it's very taut. I mean, it's just, you can tell that there is muscle there, sure. Like when you touch it, you're like, wow, it's maybe even harder than you think, you know? Giggity. But I look back at, I look back at Jerry, and I just say, might I inquire into your skills? I mean, if I need to.
Yeah.
And I sort of wink at him. Because it's very apparent to me, to Elliot, like what you're up to, because you're not exactly hiding it. So.
My skills include, oh man, I don't have many skills per se. It's my first adventure. I sneak around a little bit. I tend to bungle things. In a light of honesty, Jerry reveals that he's maybe not the best at what he's doing, but that overconfidence is gonna help him get, kind of figure things out. He's aloof, but he's cunning. He doesn't have many skills actually. He's a Jerry.
Perhaps we will be learning together then.
Okay.
Jerry smiles at Elliot, but also in kind of like a weird crooked smile, like sure, but at the same time still kind of disgusted.
Yeah, and Elliot is weirdly mimicking that smile back to you. You know, like somebody who's like read like an interaction book, and they're like mimic it's very much like that. And again, with his gaunt lips, and the weirdness of it just is not. It's not. It's not a welcoming book.
I think that goes on for 3 or 4 seconds of them staring at each other doing that, and Jerry's quickly trying to make eye contact at Thierry in order to get him to interject so they stop making these weird smiling faces, and God hope someone breaks the tension.
Well, I think you can probably guess my skill set.
Oh, thank God.
Judging by the hammer I keep on my back here and the armor I'm wearing, I like to be in the back row shooting arrows. I'm kidding, of course. I'd like to be in the thick of it, in the fray. I have minor skills in healing. Should anyone require them. But more often than not, I dish out and take the damage.
Jerry nods his head like, I don't have to be on the front lines. Excellent.
I actually asked kind of a strange question to this. Thierry, do you mind being touched?
Oh my.
Jerry backs away 2 more steps.
I lift my hands and they just start to glow faintly, just very faintly. and I say, I can administer much healing, though I would require consent. Terry?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to.
No, I'm talking to you.
No,
I'm
he's talking
asking
about
you
touching you, big guy.
Yeah, I'm asking if you're
Yeah,
okay
he's
with
giving
being
you the
touched.
creepy hands.
Hey, Jerry.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to somebody else, and I apologize.
That might have been on me, buddy.
No, that's all good. So you said all that stuff to me. Of course. If I require healing, no one better suited for the task than, well, if I may assume that you're a cleric. I see you have a holy symbol, yes?
Oh, that's to me, isn't it?
Oh, shit. That's right. You're not the cleric. I apologize. Elo is not the cleric.
I am not a cleric, no.
I'm just fucking up all over the place. I apologize.
It's okay.
Okay, anyways, just to go back, yes, you may, of course. If I require healing, you can take my consent as given.
I nod, and I look to the rest of the party with my hands sort of glowing. I'm hoping that some of them at least saw me, my interaction with the dynamo and me healing him, so that they can kind of get an idea of, at least there's some action, backing this up that maybe it wouldn't frighten them so much.
Koki gladly accepts Elliot's healing, and hopefully Elliot will accept help from Koki as well.
Raul just kind of looks down and goes, useful.
Jerry goes over to Raul and tells him, if he possesses me, please kill me before I turn into one of him. Thank you.
You got it, champ.
Elliot nods to Koki and says, I believe we will be fast friends, Koki. And I nod as respectfully as I can, kind of almost bowing to Koki.
Koki smiles at Elliot and almost the comedic timing of ruining the moment, he licks his left eye.
At this, I sort of jump back, like kind of not in like a mean way, but like in a I wasn't, like you startled me. It's just so quick, right? It just whips up on your eye.
Does anyone is anyone in the party wearing obvious like swords, bow, crossbow, like any obvious weapons or armor?
I mean, I know I have a bow and some arrows that's in my backpack, but
I'm wearing
probably a bow on my back.
I'm wearing like very, very like sort of they're kind of like Shinto priest robes, so they're very like big, so you can't really see what's underneath them.
I'm just have a backpack on. I have a vest, a very light vest, with nothing underneath. It's weird. It's like a redneck wedding. I just got a vest on. My arms are out.
So it would be safe to say that looking around the party, I could see like I might be the only one that's melee, face to face, eye to eye. Like some people might be sneaking around and backstabbing, but I'm the one who
The front
like,
line.
No one else like looks like they're outfitted to be toe to toe.
Not in first appearance, but for some reason I've got the highest armor class of the group, so I'm probably gonna be up there with you.
It's your scales.
Are we just talking about AC, like just base AC?
Because
No, we're talking about like at appearance. Like at first glance, does anybody look like they're gonna be like a melee class?
You've got medium armor on and a shield, so you're pretty well armored, but you're not heavy armor wearing like this one.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, looking at Elliot, you wouldn't think probably that he could take much damage.
Alrighty.
No, I'm honestly trying to judge by like the character art, and Koki looks like forgive me, but looks like a lizard in a straitjacket.
Licking eyeballs doesn't.
I wasn't sure.
I don't have the full character art done yet, but I could pull up a picture of what the kind of robes that he's wearing are. They look, like I said, they look like Shinto priest robes.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Now, Elliot doesn't say that out loud, right?
What's that? What exactly?
Oh, sorry, sorry.
I was like, I'm in a straight jacket.
Yeah, sorry, Terry doesn't say that out loud.
No.
Alrighty.
Elliot does look over though to Ral and has, maybe noticed that he has spoken the least out of the group, and I just inquire. And you, what?
Those robes, but no shoes and no hat.
What might you bring to the table, friend?
Rawl kind of looks at him for a second and just kind of puts out there, well, I guess we should get this out of the way early. And at that point, he pulls his hands apart and he holds out his left arm, which then straightens. And seemingly out of nowhere, you see the sleeve slowly pull back. And as it does that, you see a group of tentacles slowly fan out. As he does that, you see the tips of them start waving a bit. And he throws an Eldritch Blast up between Jerry and Elliot, hitting the ground to the north.
Oh man, at this, Elliot's eyes get excited.
Now, we would think Jerry would be, not compassionate towards someone different, but Jerry's blown away. Jerry's amazed.
We've already established the relationship you're trying to have with Rawl here, so
Jerry's excited at this, and even lets out. I guess, am I able to see all of your hands right now?
As right after he throws the blast, the sleeve kind of snaps back down over the tentacles as they kind of coalesce back into an arm-looking type of thing, and then he quickly draws his hands together back to where they were.
This actually brings up something I wanted to ask. Is there a way to like ping the map just to show like a point on the map?
Yeah.
I believe that's
there you go.
control.
Oh,
no,
duh,
space.
yeah, the pointer. Okay,
Yeah.
so where did you put the Eldritch Blast?
So basically, Jerry was to my right, and I just kind of threw it right up the center and kind of hit it right there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Elliot speaks up and he just says, "This is most interesting. Perhaps at some point I could inspect your arm or appendage."
Rawl immediately snaps and looks Elliot right in the eye. I've been inspected for more lifetimes than I can count. Let's leave it at that. And please don't bring it up again.
Koki says to Rawl, Koki thinks Rawl's tentacles have a lovely glow.
Rawl
Jerry-
just kind of stares at him.
Jerry also interjects. Yeah, Jerry and Kogi think that these tentacles may come in handy for a lot of things. They're very nice.
Elliot is almost visibly frightened by your reaction, and he just says, "I meant no offense. I can be quite clinical at times." And I sort of take a step back and bow a little bit.
Rawl kind of seems a little taken aback and kind of, it's fine. I'm used to the attention. This has really brought me nothing but grief throughout most of my life, and it suits me where I need it. I use it when I'm able. But again, let's focus on the task at hand. I really would prefer not to talk about it.
And with that,
Jerry, not fully understanding how much of a burden this is for Rawl, goes over to Rawl and in a stupid, elated response, it's like, Rawl, this is Rawl. You could do so many things with them. We could. People wouldn't even see us coming in terms of stealing. You could just 10 different things at once. He goes on and on, a little bit more blustered about the potential for Rawl's hands. Although I don't think he understands the severity of the emotional toll, and I'm curious how Rawl's gonna feel about that.
Do I need to roll something to headbutt Jerry? Is it a roll?
Dude, all I see is like the Rick and Morty, like, you don't know me.
well, considering
Like-
that Jerry is distracted with the extrapolations of the usefulness of your weird tentacle hands, you just bop him.
Yeah, as Jerry is saying this, you notice Rawl's kind of left sleeve roll up slightly, and he just kind of, with one of his longer tentacles on the left arm, kind of just smacks Jerry in the back of the head while he leans down and kind of makes eye contact with him.
Jerry fully understands, but still can't shake the thought of how much utility these are going to bring. But he understands the little bit more severity in the situation. But under his breath, just like, this is fantastic. No one's going to see it. This is amazing.
That was great.
Oh, that was awesome. Alrighty, and with
so Jerry got hit, right?
yeah, you didn't take any damage.
Just a little bit, barely. He basically just kind of like tapped him on the back of the head to, physically show him stop this line of questioning. Yeah.
Remember our talk about consequences and actions, Jerry.
Noted.
All right, and with that, the party reaches on the other side of the path, and then they approach the cliffs to the northeast. All right.
I love all your characters, by the way.
Ditto, man.
It's fun.
Diving into these guys is gonna be great, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited at the dynamic that's.
I'm loving the fact that Chilled is playing D&D exactly how he plays every other video game.
I'm just learning as we go and just trying to figure out what can be used and abused and not.
Honestly, you're doing great. You said you were a first-time player?
This is my first time, yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
dude, you're doing awesome for first time.
Killing
for
it.
sure.
You're killing it.
Just hope I'm not like overstepping anyone else's character arcs.
You have not overstepped any.
Elliot hates you, but I love you.
Oh, great.
I am in the exact same boat, actually. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get Rhythm Bot to work one more time. We're trying again.
And Koki is Koki.
Koki is Koki. I like Koki because I feel like I can
So
just lump
sweet.
Koki into it.
Elliot was not ready for a Koki.
All right,
Not prepared.
and so you follow the path of prosperity until finally you come to a large plateau with risen cliffs just above the nearby vegetation. A small path adjuncts from the main path of prosperity, and you follow it towards the northeast.
Now, is there a way to? Because I don't want to keep making like perception checks over and over again. Is there like an aware status that I can just tell you like?
There is a passive perception, which I always keep in mind, but
Cool,
generally
okay.
speaking, when you make a perception check or similar senses check like that, it is applicable through the whole scene.
Okay, so I'll just do that right now if that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
As we walk up, Elliot looks at the rest of the group and just says, "Perhaps I'll be more effective from the shadows, but I will be watching." And at this, I attempt to kind of blend into the foliage, and I would like to roll stealth.
Go ahead.
What time of day is it right now?
It is late afternoon.
Okay.
But with that roll, Elliot becomes a chameleon and disappears before our eyes.
I want it to be like that Homer Simpson thing where I just go into the bush. You know, like I just meld backwards, staring straight ahead, the creepiest I can. I just meld.
The entire time you're doing it, you're just glaring at Jerry.
Yeah. I wink at him right before I disappear.
Oh, beautiful.
Amazing.
I toss him some parchment and say, "Make sure you're 20 yards from the camp."
Always watching.
Always watching, Lebowski. Always,
Exactly.
or Wazowski. Always
I like Lebowski.
I would love a Monsters Inc. Big Lebowski
I love the
crossover.
crossover. Yeah, I love it. It was perfect.
They both have John
change anything.
Goodman.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh,
So
my
when you-
perception 19 for whatever this scene.
Perception 19. All right, as the party moves forward, you're able to spot the blood trail leading into this cave.
Koki walks up and examines the blood.
Medicine check.
Oh shoot! All my windows went away after my power went out. One sec.
Zeke, did you share with us back in the throne room that you attempted to use that detection?
No, I did not, because I didn't come up with anything. If anything was hinky, I would have told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know that you can do that.
Not unless you're familiar with other paladins.
16.
With a 16, Koki, you trace your hand over the blood, and you hold it up. The blood is not that old. A few days, at most.
Koki shares this information with everybody. So, someone has been here recently. Koki sees that this blood is only a few days old.
I would like to do investigation to see if this is like there's drag marks, if this is the blood of a humanoid or anything like that.
Investigation.
If that's possible. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Oopsies.
Your investigation reveals that you're not quite sure what the blood is, but the drag marks are unmistakably the drag marks of somebody dragging a two-legged creature.
Not sure who the blood belongs to, but I'm guessing the demon is feeding, because I point to the drag marks. You can see nope. If I could figure out how to point again, shift space?
Just space.
Oh, just space. Oh, I gotta select my character.
No, click map. Click off your character onto the map, and then hold space.
Oh my god, I'm such a moron. Okay, there. I can see by the drag marks, and I point here, that it looks as though someone was hunting and now is feeding something.
Raul looks up at the sky on over here and says a few words in a language that nobody understands, and then walks back to the group.
While this is going on, Jerry keeps counting on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confused, like we're missing a party member.
And just faintly from the bushes to your left, you'll hear, "I'm watching."
Just the fucking three amigos like, look up here. Look up here.
Jerry,
I love
Jerry
Elliot.
lets out an "oh shit" moment, and I guess kind of hides behind Raw.
I will do
Arcadum.
the
Oh,
divine sense again, aimed at the mouth of the. I think it's a 60-foot radius, but
I got you. As you use
Okay.
divine sense, the stench of fiend covers the cave.
To be clear, well, actually, you know what? It's not our. Never mind.
I turn to the party quietly. It's here. It's in there. I feel its presence.
Jerry
Raw.
approaches Tyrion and asks, "What's in here? What's in there? What presence do you sense?"
The demon.
Oh,
The
the
Arcadum.
demon. The demon. Okay.
Raul kind of yells up to Tiri, "Can you see anything?"
Do you take a look inside?
Yeah, I'll peer inside without moving closer. I'll peer inside, see if I
Okay.
can see anything. I have 60-foot dark vision, I think.
60 feet
No.
of dark vision will give you this.
I'm going to attempt to, as Elliot, to move up to the side of the cave. I don't know how you want me to do in and out of stealth, or if you think that's
As long as you
appropriate.
maintain cover, you still have stealth.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. Just the left side there is if we're starting to approach.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I unattach my maul and get it ready in both hands.
All right. Does the party choose to enter the cavern?
Yes.
I don't see it. I don't see it yet, but it looks like the caverns go fairly deep.
Elliot sure does.
Rawl kind of locks eyes with Tiri and gestures with his head further into the cave. You first,
Agreed.
big guy.
I will be in the lead.
All right, and so the party enters the cavern to face whatever demon, whatever death, whatever peril lies on the other side. Will they survive what is to come? Find out next time on Ink and Blood. That is where I'll have to call the session, because we were at time.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was fun.
And now to count the days until next Monday.
Yeah, right. Oh, and this is gonna be so bad for you because you're new. So now you're getting addicted, and you're literally gonna count the days. You're gonna be like,
Oh no, I'm not new to D&D. But it's been a long time since I played, so I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Dude, it's been a long time since I've done this. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys, and big thanks to Arcadum.
Hey, no
Seriously.
problem. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, but I've got one more thing to show you. We're not quite done yet, because it's time for fan art.
Oh shit!
Let me just let me crush the dice into a fine powder and snort it. Like that's my level of addiction to D&D right now.
So just so everybody knows, this is kind of like a tradition that we do at the end of every game. Is there are people that watch the episodes, and while they're watching the episodes, they'll make fan art and sometimes shit posts. But some of them are funny. Most of them are. Yeah. All right, here we go. First up, I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was me.
3 hours.
I like that one. You must have collected at least 3 map tools before you proceed.
Oh, that's funny.
How to interact. That's very good.
Oh, I love the face.
All right, you can now move your character, but I can't. Great.
About that.
They drew me angrily pointing a gun at Rhythm Butt.
I like the eyebrows taped onto you.
I got some Carnage fan art here for Rawl.
beautiful.
Some comfy fan art for Rawl.
Tentacle Jesus or something.
Wiggle.
Lord Goda. Yes, thank you. All right. Looks like one of you has already been made in Hero Forge as a miniature. This is Tiri.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Wow. That is incredible.
That's so good.
Yep. Some quick doodles. I don't know what. I don't know what's happening here.
What is that?
I saw the caption for that one. It was Koki versus Koki Monster.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right, somebody went into Art Breeder and made you guys as hyper realistic people. First off, we have Jerry.
Jerry, where's Jerry? Oh, Jerry, you're hot.
And then we have Rawl. And then Elliot.
God.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
Oh, that's so cool.
it's very Witcher-esque.
Tom and Jerry. Well, we got our first gender bent. Thank you, artists.
Oh my god, Jerry's hotter.
Corporate needs to find the
That's a
difference
hot Jerry.
between this voice and that voice.
Yes, that was the inspiration.
Oh man,
Shine, Jerry.
Big
Part
boys.
of.
Shine.
Big boys are coming out. There's some Raw fan art. That one looks sick.
Oh wow.
Dude, what? That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Gold jewel. Lord Goda and Hex. Yeah, pretty good. Corpses. That's a good one. Disgusted.
Corpses.
Yeah, you're wearing a little bathrobe.
Aw.
Ready for the day.
All right, I don't know why. Corn. Why?
Oh, wow.
Gender bent Elliot. All right, cool.
Okay.
What's up, girl?
Oh shit, it's Jerry by Akableek. Or yeah. Oh man, that's sick.
Oh, look at the contrast.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh man.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
Whoa. I like that a lot.
That hair, though, that looks fantastic.
Team Sexy Grandpa and 2 Rowdy Lads.
Thief but anxious.
Thief but anxious and licks the eyeball.
Thief but anxious is pretty good.
Or tentacles. I like that. They knighted you.
Oh snap.
Fish's gray fox.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's what I imagine. Honestly, that's what I imagine when I picture.
Look in the mirror every
18
morning.
abs. 18 abs. That's what I imagine.
Oh, that one's good, too.
I'm watching.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness.
When it's done realistic like that, that makes me uncomfortable of
Oh my
Cookie.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Damn, dude.
Think, Jerry, how does that affect us getting paid? This is awkward. I run away.
Yes.
Prepare for trouble.
Oh, God. Why am I hot every time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're looking better every piece here.
Now
Yeah.
that Elliot is sick.
Yeah.
That's how I see Elliot.
That is as the conceptual person that is like so fucking cool to see. That's like bam.
Here's another Elliot for you.
Oh, wow.
Wink.
Wow.
That jawline, Elliot.
This old man is sus. He's gonna scam us. So, what is it? Ritual patch notes, removed clipping issue, reduced lag with basket rendering, took rhythm behind the shed.
Oh, my God.
It's Jerry.
Ooh. All right, not as anxious this time, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, they draw you a lot cooler than you act.
Yeah.
Oh my god, somebody actually drew the think, Jerry. How does this affect us getting paid?
I thought the tentacle. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Oh man, dude. That's so fucking funny, man. How do you feel, Mr. Freeman?
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit, dude. That is crazy.
Thank you for the art.
Oh shit.
Aw.
Haven't cast any undead magic yet. Koki's trying to keep that hidden.
Hello, my Koki's name is Koki.
Oh, that's so cute, that one.
Oh my god, time for crime, bros. The mage hand.
That's great.
Part of me was hoping that it was just like it was chilled going for the fist bump.
This caption,
just no response.
this caption is I cannot be the only one, right? It is a little true. He does look a little bit like him.
Oh, man.
Moist tentacle.
I demand to know why I can't see my mother. I wish to see her. And who is that? Oh,
Jostle clank.
oh, traditional art Koki.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You could probably just sit on your tail.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have a chair.
Yeah, it's prehensile.
Weird. Now, how's all those gems got in there, huh, Terry?
That little smirk.
Stop! Look at that. Oh.
Dude, I'm Baby Yoda.
So good.
I like the thing that like Jerry's actually saying crime and Raul is just thinking crime.
Elliot, I despise those who control undead. Koki. We have a bunch of nerds here. This is a crossover between Elliot and Tori, who's Monteglue's character from one of the prologue games.
Ooh.
What up? It's your boy Jerry here, just looking cute.
Is that mask because of
God.
Lorne?
Oh my god.
Is that masked because of what?
Lorne?
What?
Like the god Lorne?
Well,
Like the other character? I don't know anything about the other character. I was just
oh no.
curious.
She just wears a mask because she wears a mask.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jerry. Stupid.
Tell me,
sexy
Jerry, do you fear death? Oh my god, dude. Jerry, please help me. The daimyo will see you
please,
now.
after you tried sneaking gems into his pocket.
Terry, say something. Stop this.
The dynamo. Ah, you've come.
It's Jerry in Hero Forge.
Oh wow. And of course, my hands are full.
With the gems you stole.
It's more Jerry.
Everybody loves Jerry.
Ooh, kooky.
Classic Jerry.
Ooh.
Aw.
Got ourselves a group shot.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was so nice.
Nice.
Which god do you serve? Oh, I serve TikTok. Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
You can play all the music you want.
Shall I sing you a shanty?
The pantheon changed a little bit. It used to be the god musically.
Oh, that's a disgusting.
Meanwhile, cookie.
Yay!
Elliot, you're jacked.
Oh god, they drew it. Winks at
Oh,
Jerry.
he said Jerry.
There it is.
Wink. Winky face.
Oh, can't use that one. Cookie is cookie.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Kooky, your character I just made the connection. It's very Big Bird. He's got a lot of Big Bird characteristics, man.
Oh yeah, just very innocent and I thought you meant an appearance, and I'm like, what?
No, just like he's got a Big Bird vibe to him a little bit.
So I
don't
gotta
know.
interject here for just a quick second. My power's been out for about 5 or 6 minutes now, and my UPS is down to about 7-ish minutes. So if I suddenly leave, that's why.
Okay. We're almost done with the fan art. I really like this one of you two. Raul and Jerry. This is very good. Oh my god, somebody drew this. This guy's a fucking scam, man. This guy's a scam, bro. I'm telling you right now. Oh man, this art style.
Oh wow.
Oh, dude, that looks almost Disney. That is
Yeah, like Jafar almost.
awesome. Yeah,
I
man.
get such Qui-Gon Jinn vibes from that one.
Look at that man. That's a
Wow, that jaw.
Dude, you can
That
slice some
jaw.
bread with that jaw.
Hey,
Juice an orange.
Cookie's cookie.
Oh wow.
Koki is Koki.
Bro, I found a ruby, bro.
Cookie's like Ruby tonight.
Yeah, fan art Koki comes in two forms: really adorable or very realistic lizard.
The Koki reminds me of the Kevin from Up a little bit. Look at that ass.
It is.
Oh, look at that.
Nice looks. so well done. It really
Dark
is.
character with a messed up past.
So many
Sure.
talented people,
This
dude.
could be
like
fun.
This is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the
man.
one in the Discord, and from the little thumbnail, I couldn't tell that they were using the negative space as his cloak. That's really cool looking.
That is done so well.
And thus, we have reached the end of the fan art.
Freaking clap. Just amazing job.
So good.
Thank you guys so
Amazing.
much for playing in my game.